In the frozen hellscapes of the Arctic during World War II, where temperatures could shatter thermometers and winds carve through clothing like knives, survival wasn't about bravery alone. It was about calories-ra, dense, life-preserving energy. Fire, the oldest human ally, became a rare luxury. There was no wood. Fuel froze solid, and any spark or flicker of flame could betray a soldier's presence to an enemy patrol watching from beyond the white horizon. Yet Allied commandos, airmen, and stranded crews survived for days and sometimes weeks without cooking a single meal. Their secret was a forgotten piece of wartime ingenuity known simply as the Arctic ration. Compact, brutally efficient, and ready to eat in temperatures that froze machinery in place, the Arctic ration was a triumph of necessity. Even today, many modern MREs struggle to match its sheer practicality. The story of that ration, how it was engineered, it worked, and what lessons it carries from modern survivalists reveals one of the most remarkable nutritional solutions ever designed for war. By the early 1940s, Allied operations across the Arctic Circle from Norway as frozen fjords to Greenland, its vast ice fields faced the same problem. How do you feed men who cannot use fire? Standard field rations turned useless. Canned food became solid as stone. Mess kits ripped skin if touched with cold metal. Even powdered soup froze before a spoon could stir it. So the U.S. Army Quartermaster Corps began developing a solution for downed airmen and specialized unisomething that delivered maximum calories with zero preparation, zero cooking, and zero reliance on heat. The result was not glamorous. It was not comfortable. But it worked. Each man received a small box weighing roughly a pound per day, an unassuming package, stuffed with foods chosen for one purpose: survival in the coldest conditions on Earth. Every component could be eaten frozen. Every bite delivered critical energy. Nothing required utensils. Nothing required flame. Inside that box, roughly 4,500 calories, weighted more than some soldiers ate in 2 full days elsewhere. Those calories came from fats, sugars, and proteins blended in precise wartime ratios. Quick energy for movement, slow-burning fuels for warmth, and enough nutrients to keep a man functional during an Arctic emergency. Compressed chocolate, dense meat and fat bars similar to pemmican, sugar tablets, dried fruit, hard biscuits, powdered milk fortified with vitamins, all engineered to survive the deep freeze. Some versions even included coffee, salt tablets, and chewing gum to maintain morale and hydration balance. Unlike most military foods, the Arctic ration was designed to freeze. Soldiers could bite into the chocolate like it was stone, or chip away at the meat bars, or crumble biscuits into snowmelt. Everything worked in sub-zero temperatures, and that simple fact saved lives. In Antarctic, lighting a fire wasn't just difficult, it was a death sentence. Smoke meant detection, flame meant exposure, and cooking gear became lethal when frozen metal bonded to ungloved hands in seconds. The ration allowed troops to stay hidden, stay compact, and stay alive without ever striking a match. Its brilliance was rooted in fat. The Quartermaster Corps' drawing on Inuit diets and lessons from early polar explorers understood that fat produces more than twice the energy of carbohydrates and burns slowly, creating sustained warmth. The Arctic ration mimicked survival techniques used for centuries by people who lived their whole lives in the cold. It wasn't modern science, it was ancestral knowledge, finally applied to military logistics. Accounts from Arctic convoys, downed air crews, and elite commando operations show how essential the ration became. Soldiers learned to stretch it with discipline, eating dense protein early to maintain strength, switching to carbohydrates during exhaustion, then leaning on fat-heavy items during long inactive hours when warmth mattered most. Even without fire, they found ways to add variety: mixing sugar and milk powder for instant energy, melting snow with body heat to create cold soups, breaking biscuits into canteens to make rough porridge. One of the most striking examples came from a group of American pilots stranded in Greenland in 1942. Trapped in snow and ice for nearly 2 weeks, they lived entirely on Arctic rations and melted snow. When rescuers finally reached them, The men were frostbitten and weak, but none were dehydrated. None were malnourished, and all had survived. A quiet victory for a small, unremarkable-looking box of food. For anyone serious about cold weather survival today, the lessons of the Arctic ration remain as relevant as ever. High-fat, dense foods outperform dehydrated meals when fuel is scarce. Ready-to-eat rations conserve energy and keep you hidden. Simple combinations of nuts, jerky, dried fruit, chocolate, and powdered supplements can sustain you for a full day without fire, without gear, without anything but determination and knowledge. But the Arctic ration teaches something deeper: discipline. Survival in extreme cold isn't about feasting, it's about pacing. Small, steady portions keep the body warm. Wasted calories can mean hypothermia, and every gram of food must be protected from freezing, spoiling, or being lost in the snow. The Arctic ration was eventually replaced by newer meals that favored variety and comfort. But for historians and survivalists, it stands as a masterpiece of wartime design, a ration that didn't just feed soldiers, but kept them alive in an environment where nature itself was the enemy. It reminds us that food is strategy. In the Ark, every crumb was calculated to keep a man standing when the world turned to ice. In an age obsessed with high-tech gear and endless gadgets, the Arctic ration offers a quieter lesson. Simplicity, planning, and understanding nature will always outperform complexity. Whether you study World War II logistics or prepare for your own winter expeditions, its wisdom is timeless. If you enjoyed uncovering the story of the forgotten Arctic ration, the ingenuity that kept soldiers alive without fire, make sure to subscribe to In the Beginning. Share this with fellow history lovers and survival enthusiasts, and together we'll continue rediscovering the hidden knowledge history left behind. One ration, one relic, one story at a time.